Hello children, welcome to lecture number 3 of lesson Force and Pressure. Today, let's begin with pressure. Students, you must have observed the tires of two-wheelers and four-wheelers getting pressurized. The air filling machine has a pressure indicating dial or a digital meter showing the digital reading of pressure. The machine fills the pressure to a certain value. Also students, you are aware that a force has to be applied for filling air in the bicycle tire with a pump. Children, by applying force, air pressure is increased and then the air is pushed into the tire. Are force and pressure related? For this, we will see an activity. Take sharp pointed nail and push it into a wooden plank by hammering on its head. Now take a nail and hold it with its head on the plank and hammer it down from the pointed end. What does this simple experiment tell? You can see that the nail easily penetrates into wood from its pointed end. From this, you will notice that when a force is applied on the head of the nail, it is easy to hammer it into the plank. In daily life, it is observed that it is easy to cut vegetables, fruits with a sharp knife. A blunt knife does not work here. Why does this happen? Think students. A sharp knife has a very thin edge to its blade. Due to its very thin edge, the force of our hand falls on very small area of the object, producing a large pressure, and this large pressure cuts the vegetables easily. On the other hand, a blunt knife has a thicker edge. A blunt knife does not cut objects easily due to its thicker edge. The force of our hands fall over a larger area of the object and produces less pressure. This lesser pressure cuts the vegetables with difficulty. Therefore, it is easy to cut vegetables and fruits with a sharp knife. Now, definition of pressure. The force exerted perpendicularly on a unit area is called pressure. I repeat, the force exerted perpendicularly on a unit area is called pressure. Now, formula of pressure is equal to force upon area on which the force is applied. In short, pressure is equal to force upon area. That is, P is equal to F upon A. Students, note this formula. It is very important formula. Now, unit of pressure. Students, the SI unit of force is Newton. Its symbol is N. And area is measured in meter square. Therefore, from the formula, the SI unit of pressure is Newton per meter square and it is known as Pascal and its symbol is Pa. Students, in atmospheric science, the unit of pressure is bar and 1 bar is equal to 10 raised to 5 Pascal. Pressure is a scalar quantity. Now, an important concept. If area increases, pressure reduces for the same force. And if area decreases, the pressure increases for the same force. This concept can be clarified from the example of knife. We all have seen a camel. Due to natural adaptation, the bottom surfaces of camel's feet are broad. Hence, the camel's weight is exerted on a large area and the pressure on the sand is reduced. This is why camel's feet do not penetrate into the sand and it becomes easy to walk. And students, this is living example of previous concept. Now, pressure on solids. Air pressure is exerted on all objects kept in air. When a weight is kept on a solid, pressure is exerted on it. This pressure depends on the value of the weight and the contact area between the two. Use your brain power. Children, you must have seen a vegetable vendor carrying a basket on her head. She keeps a twisted piece of cloth on the head below the basket. How does it help? Think, students. By placing a twisted piece of cloth on the head, a vegetable vendor increases the area of contact of the basket with her head. Since the load now falls on the larger area of the head, the pressure on the head is reduced and it becomes easier to carry the heavy load. Next question is, we cannot stand at one place for a long time. How can we sleep on a place for about 8 hours? When we stand at one place, only our feet are in contact with the floor. Due to this, our weight falls on a small area of the place, producing a large pressure. On the other hand, when we sleep on a place, then our whole body is in contact with the place. In this case, our weight falls on much larger area of the place, producing much smaller pressure. Therefore, we cannot stand at one place for a long time. We can sleep on a place for about 8 hours. Now, pressure of liquids. Let's see first activity. Take a plastic bottle. Take a 10 cm long piece of a glass tube on which a rubber balloon can be fitted. Now warm up one end of the glass tube and gently push in the bottom at about 5 cm from the bottom. To avoid water leakage, apply molten wax on the side of the glass tube. Now fill water slowly in the bottle and see how the balloon inflates. What is observed? The pressure of water acts on the side of the bottle as well. Now activity 2. Take a plastic bottle, pierce it with a thick needle at the points 1, 2, 3 as shown in the figure. Fill water in the bottle up to full height. As shown in the figure, water jets will be seen emerging and projecting out. The water jet emerging from the hole at the top will fall closest to the bottle. The jet from the lowest hole falls furthest from the bottle. Also, jets coming out from the two holes at the same level fall at the same distance from the bottle. What is understood from this? At any one level, the liquid pressure is the same. Also, the pressure increases as the depth of the liquid increases. Now, gas pressure. If a balloon is inflated by filling air by mouth, it inflates on all sides. If a pinhole is created in the balloon, air leaks out and the balloon does not inflate fully. From this, it is realized that, like a liquid, gas also exerts pressure on the walls of the container in which it is enclosed. All gases and liquids have a common name, fluid. Fluids in a container exert pressure from within on the wall and the bottom of the container. A fluid enclosed in a container exerts its pressure equally in all directions at a point within the fluid. At last, today's homework is: first, use your brain power questions in your science notebook from the textbook, page number 17. Write the definition and formula of pressure 5 times. Try activities also from page number 16, 17 and 18. Thank you, children.